Hi everyone, so I'm going to show you some quick tips on how to save time replying to messages using text replacement. So let me give you a quick example. So let's swap over to my messages. Right, so let's just say we're on the spare room platform. There's a guy called John who's messaged me saying, I want to view this property. Now, first thing I need to know from John is when he needs a room by. So if he wants a room in 2 months' time, I'm not going to be showing him around a room that's available in a week's time. So message to John, hi John, I type out HW, that's my shortcut, and that will replace to that full sentence there. R for regards, M for Mark, and then I put a bit of branding at the bottom, my Facebook page, my Instagram page, so Instagram, and then Facebook, and then I'll send that. So first message from a tenant, I always put a bit of branding on the bottom. Okay, so John gets back to me saying, I'm looking to move in a week's time. I'm happy with that. Next message to John is going to be basically when you're available for a viewing. Okay. John replies back to me saying I'm available Friday at 3 p.m. Does that work for you? So yes, it does. I want to get him booked in now. Because we're still on the spare room platform, I want his mobile number. I want to be able to call him if he doesn't turn up to the viewing. I want to be able to call him if he's late, and I want to be able to confirm with him in the morning via text. So, next message to John. So if I need the number to book in the appointment. If they don't give it me, they don't get a viewing. Okay, and then finally, John needs to be able to get to the address. So normally I'd put all these details in my CRM and he'd get notified automatically. But just for the purposes of this demonstration, let's just say we're texting John the address. Okay, and you can see that I've got the address and text replacement as well. Okay, so John's now got the address. So the benefits of this are, number one, it saves staff time. They're not typing out really long messages. You can reply to messages very, very quickly, even with very long messages. Less mistakes, so you won't be making as many typos because the text replacement is filling out pre-written sentences for you. And it makes messaging across your whole organisation a lot more consistent, so it doesn't matter who's replying to the messages, they're going to be talking to the tenants in the same way. So let me show you how to set this up. If we go to settings, so on an iPhone, you go to General, Keyboard, Text Replacement, and here we go. So on Android, there is an equivalent. I'm going to post a follow-up to this at some point with how to do this on Android and also how to do this on a desktop or a laptop. So on iPhone, let me just talk you through my setup here. So H1, H2, I always put my addresses starting with a H for house, and then a number of which house it was. So I used to know all of my the numbers that correspond with each houses, so this worked quite well for me. I'd have H1 to H25. Great thing about this is you can't get the postcode wrong, you can't forget the postcode, and you can't type the address out wrong and send the tenant to the wrong house, a tradesman to the wrong house, whatever. I've got a load of other messages starting with H, purely because these short codes should not form real words or be things that you normally type into a message. Otherwise, you'll end up getting text replacements suddenly happening in the middle of some of your messages when you really don't want it to happen. And then, because I've got my name in there, so I don't have to type my own name out. Embarrassing when you spell your own name wrong. Regards, and then at the bottom, my branding. So I've got some branding down here. SF, S for social media, Facebook, SI, social media, Instagram. So let's add an extra one on here. So let's call it TR for text replacement. This is my first text replacement. Okay, and let's go and start to use that right now. So you can immediately start to use these in your messages. So if you like that tip, look out for more tips and more tricks coming from me soon.